Hello, this is Martina Nyamainashe of transformingempowerment.com. I am a transforming empowerment coach and I work with women that are struggling with relationship breakup. Today I am going to talk about something that is very common, but I'm going to call this whose story are you living? And many women are not living their story. They're actually living somebody else's story. It could be your mother's story, it could be your grandmother's story, or your auntie's story, or a story of somebody that has been in or part of your life, that they have said something into your life that you're actually living. And you look at the relationship breakup that you have had, and you look at through the perception of that story, and unfortunately you really can't see the truth of that relationship breakup because this story has got an upper hand to what is really going on. And I want you today to challenge the story that you have been telling yourself, and the story that you have repeated for so many years and so many months and for such a long time, that you've actually not been able to see the truth because of that story. And I just want to give you an example of what that story might be. I remember one of my clients saying to me that her ex told her that, well, I've stayed with you because it's very difficult for women who have had children or single mothers to get into a relationship that will work for them. So I feel sorry for you, so I've stayed with you for so long. So this client of mine had carried this story and was living it. And she was finding it difficult to get into relationships with any new men that were coming into her life, because she always carried this story that they will not treat her well because she already had a child. But this story was such an old story. It wasn't even the ex's story, but it was the story that the ex had somebody else talk about it, and she had heard the stories as well by some other people talking about this kind of things, or maybe some women who were repeating this story and still talking about it. They never really stopped to challenge that story. Because when you look around, there's so many single mothers that they have got married and they are happily married after they had had other children. But it's just a story that I want you to challenge today, so that when you change that story, you will realize that you start to see things differently. Maybe the opportunities that have come your way, you didn't even acknowledge or accept or look at them because that story had an upper hand on your mind and your perception and your understanding. But when you begin to change that story, you start to see your world differently. And that's where you need to be, so that you can begin to create your own life, so that you can also begin to create the desires of your heart, the things that you really want to have in a relationship. And some of the stories, they make you look down upon yourself, or feel sad, or feel sorry, or feel guilty, or feel ashamed, or even they just degrade you. Do you have to carry that story? You can change it. Remember, it's only a story and it's not yours. So it's not yours to live, and you can change that today. Thank you for listening. And if you want to hear more or experience more of these videos that I'm doing, just click on the link to subscribe to this channel. Or you can also click on the top there. There are some buttons there that will take you to my website, where you will be able to get more information about this relationship breakup. Take care.